Hello everyone! In this video we will show the features and the configuration of an Odoo module KnowSystem, which was created by faOtools. KnowSystem is a universal knowledge management tool that might be configured to any business goal and any set of Odoo apps for help desk, marketing, HR, project management, and so on. With the module you will be able to construct professional-looking articles with the help of one of the editors. Create and use knowledge templates. Filter articles by hierarchy of sections, by tree of tags, or by knowledge types. Select articles step by step and proceed my sections. Sort and search in seconds. Instantly access knowledge base from any Odoo documents. Reference articles in messages. Organize learning tours. Print or share knowledge. Prepare instructions, guidelines, frequently asked questions. Restore any article version at any moment, as the app keeps history of knowledge updates. Breaking becomes harder than restoring. Share articles with your partners or publish knowledge for any website visitor. Control views of articles, likes and dislikes, contributions, and motivate discussions. You can add even more features to the module by installing the add-ons, Odoo Documentation Builder, KnowSystem portal and website, and others. We will talk about those later. Let's start with the innovative single view interface, which consists of three parts. The left navigation panel provides you with the opportunity to sort articles according to various criteria, select all found articles, and manage sections, tags, types, and learning tours. You can sort articles by views, likes, difference between likes and dislikes, title, create date, write date, section, and author. You can click on the arrow icon on the right side of the sorting criteria, then the sorting will be reversed. You can filter articles by sections, tags, and types. Here is the list of sections. KnowSystem section is an article storage, which is used for convenient navigation over articles and managing access to internal user groups. Each article should have a single linked section. Sections have a hierarchy. You can set a parent section and some subsections while editing or creating a section. You can also change the hierarchy by drag and drop. If a child section is selected, its parents will be hierarchically highlighted by the border of dots around the name of the element. Such selection is shown only if the section itself is not selected. Thus, it is always clear that some choice has been made somewhere, even if the structure itself is closed. You can create and edit sections right from the single view interface and from the separate menu Configuration Sections. To add a new section through the single view interface, just click Add and write the title. Let's edit one of the sections. For that, right-click on a section, then choose Edit. Set the hierarchy by choosing the parent and subsections. Click the tab Restrict Access to set the groups of people that will be able to see the section and articles in it. Access to the parent section allows reading all articles in it and its subsections. In the tab Website and Portal, tick the option Show on Website and optionally choose the website where the section should be published. This way, public and portal users will be able to see and select the section on the left side from the articles list. In case the site is not chosen, the section will be shown on all websites. Optionally, add the description to the section. Click Save and Close. You can search for particular sections with the help of the section search bar. Just start typing the word and press Enter or click on the search button, and the matching results will be shown and marked red. Click on the button Reset on the right side of the search bar to empty the search. Below the sections list, you will find a list of tags. A tag is a colorful mark on an article which attracts attention. One article can have multiple tags. To add a tag through the single view interface, just click Add and write the title. You can also add a tag through the separate menu by going to Configuration Tags. Tags also have a hierarchy. If you put a tick for the parent tag, you will see the articles from all tags that it includes. If a child tag is selected, its parents will be hierarchically highlighted by the border of dots around the name of the element. Such selection is shown only if the tag itself is not selected. Thus, it is always clear that some choice has been made somewhere, even if the structure itself is closed. Let's edit one of the tags. For that, right-click the tag and then choose the option Edit. Set the hierarchy by choosing a parent tag. In the section Apply To, you can put a tick in the box Apply to all documents. Then your tag would appear in all documents when you access KnowSystem through the Quick button. We will talk about it later. Click Add a line to add filters to show the tag only to documents that match all the criteria. Click Save and New to add more filters to another module, otherwise save and close. In the tab Website and Portal, tick the box Show on Website if you want to have these tags on the website. Choose Allowed Partners that will be able to see articles with these tags. Access to the parent tag allows reading all articles with it and with its subtags. Optionally choose the website to show your tags on. If you don't choose any and you have ticked the option Show Tag on Website, then the tag will be shown on all websites. Optionally, add the description to the tag. Click Save and Close. You can search for particular tags with the help of the text search bar. Just start typing the word and click Enter or the search button, and the matching results will be shown and marked red. Click on the button Reset on the right side of the search bar to empty the search. You can print all available articles by a section or a tag. For that, click on a section or a tag with the right side of the mouse and choose the option Print. Below the tags list, you will find the list of articles types. Types are introduced by an optional add-on KnowSystem Custom Fields. To add a type through the single view interface, just click Add and write the title. Or you can go to the separate menu, Configuration Types. Types also support hierarchy. You can set parent types and subtypes while editing or creating a section, or by drag and drop. If a child type is selected, its parents will be hierarchically highlighted by the border of dots around the name of the element. Such selection is shown only if the type itself is not selected. Thus, it is always clear that some choice has been made somewhere, even if the structure is closed. Let's edit one of the types. For that, right-click on it and choose the option Edit. Here you can change the title, choose a parent type. If you want the type to be visible on your website, tick the box Show on Website. If you have several sites, you can choose one to show the type or leave the field Website empty to show the type on all sites. Click Save and Close. The main part of the single view interface shows the articles list, where you can see their titles, tags, the date of creation, last edit, author's photo, and preview text. If an article has no preview text, it will be generated automatically as the plain text, extracted from the beginning of an article. For preview text, you can use pure HTML tags. You can search articles with the help of the search bar. At the top of the page, there are various searching options. Here you can see them. Add an article to favorites or remove it from favorites by clicking on a star in the right bottom corner. Put a like or a dislike to an article. You can always change it later. Select articles by ticking a box in the top right corner. When you switch between filters or apply a new search, selection will not be cleared, and that is very convenient when you want to open, print, or do another action on various articles at once. In the right functional panel, the one to the right side, appears as you add any article to the selection. Click on a checkbox in the top right corner of an article to choose it. If you click on the Select All Found button, you will see the short auto preview of all these articles and possible MA sections in the right navigation panel of the interface. With the help of MA sections, you can update sections, tags, types of all chosen articles. Switch article state to archived or restored, publish or unpublish articles. You can select the MA sections to show only the ones that you really need. To add a MA section, open the KnowSystem app and go to Configuration. Find the section MA Sections, click Add a line, choose MA Sections by ticking the box by the actions, click Select, optionally change the order of MA sections by drag and drop. The order will be preserved. To delete a MA section from the right functional panel, click on the cross icon. Then click Save. After saving the changes in the settings, the list of MA sections in the right navigation panel will be updated. To add the MA section expert in configuration, in the section MA sections, tick the option Export. Keep in mind that the additional global export right is required for a user to be able to export articles. Let's try some of the actions. For example, let's click on the action Save as PDF. Here is how the file with articles would look like. Optionally, you can set to print articles without titles. We will talk about it later. Also, let's update the section of the chosen articles. Click on the Mass Action Update section, choose the new one, and click Save. You can find the full list of available Mass sections in the KnowSystem documentation by the link in the description. Now it's the high time to create an article. There are two user groups that can do it. Those are KnowSystem Admin and KnowSystem Editor. To create an article, open the KnowSystem app, click New. An article may have two titles, an article's title and a published title. If an article has a published title, then it will be used in PDF's name, article name in PDFs, article title on portal website, article header in documentation navigation, and content. So introduce the title, optionally a published title as well. Choose a section, tags, type, and optionally introduce a preview text. Go to the tab website and tick the option visible on current website. Keep in mind that the article will not be visible on the website until published. Choose the website to show the article on. Otherwise, it will be shown on all existing websites. Optionally attach files in the tab Attachments. You can also set access rights in the tab Access Rights. Now you can fill the body of the article. For that, in the tab Content, choose one of the editors and click Edit. When you're ready, click Save. After choosing one of the editors, it is highly recommended to use the same one to edit an article. This way you will be able to avoid any inconsistencies or data loss. while some editors may adapt the styles, blocks of the articles. As you start creating or editing an article, by default, the Backend Builder is applied. It is also possible to change the default editor, which will be applied to all newly created articles. However, you still will be able to choose another editor while creating or editing an article. To set a default editor, go to KnowSystem Configurations, find the section Settings, and choose the editor in the field Default Editor Type. Then click Save. It is possible to create an article from a template to avoid losing time on adjusting blocks and styles. You can prepare new knowledge templates or save any existing article as a template. Let's turn our article in a template. For that, in the head menu of it, find the Actions button, choose Make Template, write the reference, change it the way you want. You can also create a template in the Configuration menu. To create a template, go to Configuration, Templates, click New. Write a reference title, fill the main body, and click Save. Use Backend Articles templates only for articles in Backend to make sure styles are displayed correctly. Now let's create an article from a template. For that, click Create from Template, choose a template, click Create. After that, the body of an article will be filled with the values of a template. Now we know how to create an article. Let's look at the available editors. There are several ways to edit an article. You can do that in the Backend Builder, Website Builder, if you have the related add-on, HTML editor, text editor, and raw code editor. It is up to you which one to choose according to your needs and preferences. Backend Builder is an editor that you see when you create or edit an article internally. It provides you with a set of simple and safe for the backend blocks, which are compatible with printing and messaging layouts. There are three types of blocks: text blocks, special blocks, and image blocks. Each block has a gray intro box where you see what it looks like. In the Backend Builder, you can also switch to the raw code view to update articles HTML at any moment. The Website Builder is introduced by an optional add-on, KnowSystem Website and Portal. It allows you to apply advanced styles and complex widgets by using Odoo's built-in website editor to make website-friendly articles. Numerous snippets, animations, style templates, and options will help you to prepare nice-looking portal knowledge pages. Avoid using that for internal or printing purposes. Advanced styles often contradict printing and composer layouts. Another way to edit an article with the help of the Website Builder is to open the article on the website and click Edit in the top right corner. The set of available blocks depend on the modules and themes installed in your Odoo system. It is also possible to create an article right from the website. For that, open the KnowSystem page in the editing mode, click the button New in the top right corner, and choose the option Article. The next editor is an HTML editor. It's a standard Odoo editor which supports the standard HTML styles and allows using the Odoo built-in commands. This way you can create articles in a convenient and familiar manner. The editor doesn't have building blocks. In case only simple styles are used, the editor may be compatible with printing and messaging layouts. Use the standard Odoo styles. For that, write a line and highlight it. In the appearing panel, You can choose the text style, make it bold, italic, underline, or strike it through. Choose the font, background color, change the text size, turn the text into a list, and/or add a link. Type / to call out the built-in comments. Scroll down the list and choose a comment to apply to the article. For example, insert a table or a link. You can apply comments related to various spheres: structure, text format, media, navigation, widgets, and basic blocks. The next editor is Text Editor. It allows creating simple articles without styles. Articles that are written with the help of simple text have unlimited compatibility with printing and messaging layouts. The editor is the best choice if you need to have the possibility to share information quickly. For that, you don't need to start editing an article or select the whole article's body. Simply click on the button Copy to Clipboard and your text is ready to be shared. And the last editor is Code Editor, which allows applying any simple and advanced HTML styles, but requires certain technical knowledge. Articles that are written with the help of simple HTML might be compatible with printing and messaging layouts. Switch to raw code from the Backend Builder from time to time by clicking on the button Edit Source Code. You can switch to raw code view to update articles HTML regardless of the editor in which the article was written. The exception is the text editor, while the articles written in it represent simple text and have no code that could be edited. The editing of the raw code is done in the backend, even if the article was written in the website editor. It's only up to you which editor to choose depending on your goals. As you open an article, you see the fields with the details of the article, various tabs, and the article body. You can change the details of the article, such as the title or preview text right away. To change the article's body, click the Edit button by the related editor. Here, from the Articles page, as in the KnowSystem menu, you can create a new articles from scratch and from a template using the buttons in the top right corner. You can interact with an article through the tabs above its body. As you save an article for the first time, 3 more tabs are added. Those are Discussion, Revisions, and Info tabs. As you open a Discussion tab, you see the article's message thread. Any internal user that has access to the article can take part in discussing it. Here you can see the notifications stating that the article was revised and other people's comments. Click Send Message to open the message typing field, add emojis, attach files, or open the message wizard to change the text style. You can also add a log note or schedule an activity connected with an article, for example, to revise it. All followers might receive notifications about revisions of an article. We will talk about it later. Click Follow to become a follower of the article or unfollow if it's not relevant. You can add followers by clicking on the person icon and selecting the recipients of the invitation. Above the Messages thread, you will find the links to share an article with internal or public portal users. Keep in mind that a user should have access to the article to see it, or it should be published. Simultaneously, it is possible to share an article with any user, neglecting access rights. For that, click on the button Share with Token. The link with a special token will be generated. Copy the link and send it to a user. Anyone with the link will be able to see the article even if it's not published. Between the links and the messages thread, you will find 3 icons. Click on the star sign to add the article to your favorites and put a like or dislike to the article. You can always change your mind and put a like instead of dislike or vice versa. The chosen icon will be gray. To change the answer, click on the one that is green. Click Actions to make a template, save it as PDF, duplicate, archive, or delete the article. As you open the Revisions tab, you see the list of editions with information about the date and the person who changed the article. You can click on any revision in the list to see how the article used to look. If you like another variant more or the article was spoiled, you can click Restore this revision and confirm your choice in the pop-up window to back up the article. Keep in mind that this action will be written as a new revision, and you still will be able to return to any previous state of the article. As you click on the Info tab, you see all the available information about the article, including the list of contributors that took part in creating and revising the article, the field Active Till, where you can set the date after which an article will be auto-archived. With the help of the field, you can archive no longer relevant articles automatically. The articles are archived with the help of the schedule job. KnowSystem automatically archive articles. The time of publishing and last revision. Article statistics, such as views and the number of times the article was referred to in emails and was viewed by each person. Documentation sections, where the article is used. People who liked, disliked, or added the article to their favorites. The history of article revisions is kept in Odoo in a similar way it's done in Wikipedia. If one of the users breaks something, it takes 2 clicks to recover a proper knowledge version. A revision is created when an article or an important detail, such as title, is changed. Not significant modifications do not lead to creating a new revision. Now let's restore one of the previous article's versions. To restore a version of an article, open an article, go to the tab Revisions. Here you can see all the revisions of the article. You can find out who and when changed something in an article. There are 5 columns where changes are stated. In Contents, you see how many signs were added, if they are green, or deleted if they are red, with a minus. The other columns show previous state, for example, the previous title, or a tag. Click on any revision to see it. Click Restore this revision. After restoring, you can always return back to the previous variant of an article as a new revision is created. Only KnowSystem admin can restore and delete revisions. You can easily access KnowSystem from anywhere in Odoo. Quickly observe articles related to a current document discussion. Instantly reference one or a few ones. To add a quick entry for knowledge base from any Odoo form view, go to Configuration, find the section Settings. Put a tick in the box Article by Documents. To see KnowSystem icon in the Odoo sys near Activities and Messages, tick the box Activities in sys. To let users reference site knowledge records in Odoo Messages, tick the option Articles in Email Composers. And to allow reference in Articles and Activities, turn on the option Articles and Activities. Don't forget to save the changes. Not only you can access the articles all over the platform, but also you can show the related to the document articles first. Link knowledge tags to Odoo document types in order to simplify the search of articles. You can either choose to apply a tag to all available documents, or choose a particular model and add filters. As you apply a tag to all documents, the tag will be added by default to all quick search forms, regardless of the interface and document type the user is working with. To apply a tag to all documents, as you create or edit a tag, find the tab Apply to and tick the box Apply to all documents. As you apply a tag to one or several documents modules, the tag will be added by default to the quick search forms according to the document type the user is working with. For that, find the tab Apply to and click Add a line. In the pop-up window, choose a model and click Save and New to add one more, otherwise save and close. For example, let's choose the model sale order. Now you can save the tag or you can add filters to each chosen model. So the order of the articles with this tag will also depend on particular document's objects. Let's add a filter to sale order. Choose filter options by scrolling or typing the beginning in the search field. For example, sale orders total is more or equal 1000. So the articles with this tag will be shown if the order total is more than 1000 to understand how to work with such orders. Click on the plus on the right side of the rule you wrote to add one more filter. Otherwise, click Save. Push the button Records to see all the documents that match the rule terms. The list of some useful simple filters you can find on the module's documentation page in the article Documents by Tags. The link will be in the description. To let users reference site knowledge records in Odoo messages, go to Configurations and tick the option Articles in Email Composers. Click Send Message and open the full composer. Use the command / to call the Additional Instruments panel and scroll down to find the button KnowSystem. In the pop-up window, you can search articles by tags, sections, and contents. Here, tags are always applied to the particular object from which you compose the message. Click on an article to read it, and click Close to return to the message composer. Click plus at the right top corner of an article to choose it. Open the tab Selected Articles to remove some articles or to read them. There are three types of citing an article. You can update the message body with knowledge content. Then it will be added instead of the /. Attach a PDF version of the referenced article. Share a public knowledge link with your colleagues or partners. The link is added as a clickable title of an article. The type of the link that is added to the message can be chosen in the KnowSystem configurations in the field Share URL type. It is possible to share an internal link, the link to the article in the backend, accessible only for the internal users, website link, the link to the article in the frontend portal, available only for the users with the related access rights, and link with a token, the link to the KnowSystem frontend portal without security checks. In the same way as in case of messaging, the tool may be used to let users reference site knowledge records in Odoo activities. To allow referencing articles and activities, go to KnowSystem Configurations and turn on the option Articles and Activities. Start scheduling an activity and in the composer use the command / to call the Additional Instruments panel. Scroll down and find the button KnowSystem. In the pop-up window, you can search articles by tags, sections, and contents. Here, tags are always applied to the particular object from which you compose a message. Click on an article to read it, and click Close to return to the Activity Composer. Click plus at the right top corner of an article to choose it. Open the tab Selected Articles to remove some articles or to read them. There are two types of citing an article in activities. You can update the activity body with knowledge content or share article's URL. The type of the link that is added to the activity can be chosen in the KnowSystem configurations, the same way as we chose it for the messages. Compatibility with activities can be reached through the use of Backend Builder or text editor. As you access the activities in the sys-tray through the related button, it is possible to add a link at the end of the list that would redirect to the article creation wizard. This way you can get straight to writing an article whenever you are inspired by any document object in Odoo. To add the feature, go to KnowSystem Configurations and turn on the option Create from Activities. After that, the button Create New Article will be added to the activities top entry to quickly create new articles. The button is visible only to those users who have a right to create articles. In KnowSystem, you can print one article or several articles at once. To print a single article, just open it and click Save as PDF. To print articles from the single view interface, choose one or several articles by putting a tick in the box in the top right corner of them, and choose the must section Save as PDF. The downloading will start automatically. You can also select all found articles and print them all at once in the same way. You can also print all articles of a specific section, type, or tag. For that, click on the object with the right side of the mouse and choose Print. If a tag, a section, or a type has subtags, subsections, or subtypes, the articles from there will also be printed. Attach your articles to emails and messages as PDF, so the recipient will be able to print them. For the correct mass print, use Backend Builder styles and avoid using headline 1 in the body of an article. The best printing messaging compatibility can be reached through the use of Backend Builder or text editor. You can allow portal and public users to print published articles. For that, go to Configuration, find the section Portal and Website Views, and tick Print in Portal. After that, as a user opens an article, there will be the printer icon near the article's title that will redirect straight to the printing wizard. The styles for printing by default are applied from settings as for other Odoo printings, but you can turn on the custom articles printing layout instead. For that, go to KnowSystem Configurations and tick the option KnowSystem Printing Layout. As you enable the option, below you will be able to choose the printing layout or create your own layout. By default, the special KnowSystem layout is applied. Below the field with the printing layout, you will find 3 buttons to edit the report itself, its layout, and the paper format. This way, the module provides a set of features to flexibly adjust and personalize the report's view according to the company's needs. The button Edit Report opens a form where you can inherit the printing form itself and apply the changes. For example, change the title or add a static part that will be located after the title. The button Edit Layout opens a form where you can change the view name, view type, visibility, and architecture of the layout. The button Edit Paper Format opens a form where you can change the page size and page orientation. Even if the custom articles printing layout is disabled, you will see the buttons to edit the report itself and the report's paper format. Optionally, you can turn on the option to print articles without titles for the best printing layout. For example, it is useful to avoid situations when the article's title is printed on one page and the body of the article on the other one. The module KnowSystem also has some add-ons, which can be very useful. We have already seen some of their features, and now it's the high time to find out more about them. Let's start with the Odoo KnowSystem website and portal. It allows adding your articles to the portal and on your websites, and to use the standard Odoo website builder that provides with a wide variety of templates and tools for editing articles and making them presentable and user-friendly. The KnowSystem for portal and public users can be turned on and off in settings. For that, go to Configuration, find the section Portal and Website Views, and tick the box Portal KnowSystem to let portal users to observe published and especially delegated to them articles. Tick the box Public KnowSystem to let unauthorized website visitors read published articles. Now let's open the KnowSystem website interface in the front end. For that, open the app website and open the top menu KnowSystem. Portal users might also access knowledge base through the tab KnowSystem in their account, which redirects portal users to the page with articles. Here you can see all the available articles cards. If an article has a published title, then this title will be shown on portal website both in the list of articles and as you open a particular article instead of the article's title. The article's preview text on the site is the same as in Backend. To edit preview text from the front end, click on the button Edit in the top right corner of the page with the articles list and click on the preview text to edit it. Here you can also add various building blocks right to the articles card. In the top right corner of an article's card, you can see likes and dislikes if you turn them on the configuration page. Only registered and internal users can like or dislike an article. Public users can only see the number of likes and dislikes. To like or dislike an article, you need to open it and scroll down till the end of the article. There you will find the buttons like and dislike. Click on any and it will be recorded. To move through pages with article cards, use the pages list at the bottom. You can set the number of articles per page. For that, open the KnowSystem app, go to Configuration, scroll down to the section Portal and Website Views, find the line Articles per page and type the number of articles that you want to show on a single page. It is also possible to pin an article if you want some articles to be shown in the first place, no matter what page a person is at. For that, open the KnowSystem app in the backend, open an article, go to the tab Website, and tick the box Website Pinned. Here is the result. There are 15 articles per page, and the article "What are the update policies of your tools" is pinned and visible on all pages. And now let's customize the way the KnowSystem page looks. The website KnowSystem interface consists of KnowSystem Navigator, Search Panel, and Articles List. The mandatory elements are the Search Panel and Articles List. To turn on/off optional elements, click on the Edit button in the top right corner of the page and open the tab Customize. Click on the Slider button. Let's turn on the central introduction to write some information about the page. The content of the introduction can be edited. Click Edit at the right top corner of the page and add some building blocks. The available blocks are the same as in the website editor. The introduction and articles cards also support building blocks, including ones with pictures. And let's turn off the KnowSystem navigator. In this case, all other optional elements will be turned off too. So users will not be able to navigate with the help of sections, tags, and types. If the navigator is turned on, then a section is seen on a website only when it contains at least one article. If the parent section contains no articles, but its subsection does, only the subsection would be visible on the website. A tag is seen on a website only when it's published and the optional element KnowSystem tags is turned on. A type is seen on a website only when it's published and the optional element custom types navigator is turned on. It's possible to sort articles by various criteria. Here you can see all the available by default options. Simultaneously, you can add some custom sorting options that you need. For that, in the KnowSystem app, go to Configuration, Configuration. Scroll to the section Portal and Website Views. Find Custom Portal Sorting. Click Add a line, then New. Choose the field that will be considered for sorting. Type the sorting name. Choose the sorting order, ascending or descending. And when you are ready, click Save and Close. In configuration, you can also turn on the default sorting, that is the one that will be applied as a user opens KnowSystem on the website. You can choose from the default options or the custom ones that you have created. For that, the fields Turn on default sorting, or Custom default sorting were introduced. Keep in mind that if some sorting criterion is not available for a user, for example likes, when the setting portal likes is turned off, or when custom default sorting is not present in the table custom portal sorting, then the standard sorting criteria trending will be applied. You can filter articles by various criteria. By default, there is only one filter option, All, but you can add custom filters that you want. For that, in the KnowSystem app, go to Configuration, Configuration, scroll to the section Portal and Website Views, find Custom Portal Filters, click Add a line, then New, add the filter name, and click plus Add Filter. For example, let's create a filter Favorite to filter articles by likes. For example, when there are more than 5 likes. Then click Save and Close. It is also possible to add custom search options that you want. For that, find Custom Portal Search, click Add a line, then New, choose the field, which will be checked for matches while searching. For example, add a search option, Preview Summary, to search for matches in articles previews only. The field label, the search title which will be shown in the searching options, will be generated automatically, but you can change it. Then click Save and Close. Now let's try our new filter and search option on the website. The shown articles all have more than 5 likes, and the found articles contain the word Odoo in the preview summary. In case the searching or filtering result has no matches, you see the warning, there are no articles found. Clear search. If you click Edit in the top right corner from here, then you will be able to customize the warning. The phrase Clear Search contains a link that redirects to the KnowSystem page and therefore clears the searching parameters. If the article is created with the help of the website builder, it will be possible to edit it right from its website page. Just click Edit in the top right corner to open the website builder. Or you can return to editing in the backend by clicking on a gear icon. Also, you can start creating or editing an article. Choose the website builder and click Edit. Then you will be redirected to the website page in the editing mode. See a mobile preview by clicking on the phone icon in this tray to make sure an article looks good. From this tray, you can also publish and unpublish articles. Optionally, you can allow partners to print knowledge pieces, like or share articles. For that, go to Configuration, find the Portal and Website Views section, and put a tick by Print in Portal, Social Sharing, and Portal Likes. From an article's view, you can also switch back and forth between articles. For that, use the arrows in the top right corner of an article. To return back to the main articles menu without losing the searching criteria, use the tool breadcrumbs on the left top corner of an article. Odoo Documentation Builder is an add-on to KnowSystem that allows combining articles in advanced documentation to cover certain aspects of organizational or functional knowledge. The extension also depends on the add-on KnowSystem website and portal. Each KnowSystem article might be used several times for different documentations. You can add an unlimited number of documentation pages structured by categories. The idea is to have a single documentation website page that fully covers a definite issue or aspect. You can turn on the option Portal Documentation and Public Documentation to make the documentation available for portal and public users respectively. The app generates website pages automatically. To update this documentation set, you should only add or remove a required knowledge article. From the backend, you can track what articles are used in documentation. Such articles are marked by a paperclip icon on the Kanban card. To find out in what documentation sections the article is used, click on the Info tab as you open an article and find the field documentation sections. You can also filter the articles that are used in documentations by applying the filter used in documentation. To find all articles of a particular documentation section, type the section's name and choose the searching criteria in documentation sections. A documentation category is a tool that helps you to structure your documentation. A category unites documentation sections. There are two ways to create a new category. The first way is to go to Documentation, Documentation Categories, and click New. And the second one is to go to Documentation, Documentation Sections, and click Plus Category. Then you can drag and drop categories to change their sequence. A documentation section is a set of articles that together create documentation on a particular topic or for a particular object. To create a documentation section, go to Documentation, Documentation Sections. Click New. Then introduce the title, choose Category, optionally choose some versions, we will talk about them later, and then you can add some articles. You can add articles in a batch or one by one. To choose some articles in a batch, open KnowSystem, select articles by putting a tick in the top right corner of the articles. In the right navigation panel, choose them as section, add to documentation. In the pop-up window, choose the documentation section to which you want to add articles. Optionally, choose a security action and versions that will be applied to all chosen articles. We will talk about it later. And here are our articles. To add articles one by one, click Add a line. In the pop-up window, you can choose the article. Optionally, choose a security action and versions that will be applied to all chosen articles. Then click Save and Close. Click on the tab Settings to add preview text and tags. The tags that you add to a documentation section are the same tags that are applied to articles. You can add a tag for quick search and easy navigation, or to share a knowledge piece with the assigned to the tag partners. From here, you can also choose header level for navigation. That is the number of headers that will be shown in the navigation panel as a person reads a documentation section. You can publish documentation section as you open it. It is possible to share documentation sections with any users, even when it's not published yet. Click the Share button in the top right corner of the section, and a link with a special token will be created. Drag and drop documentation sections to change their category. To turn on the public documentation, go to Configuration, find the section Documentation Builder, and tick the option Public Documentation. After that, the page docs will appear on the website. Portal users, if allowed, see a new tab Documentation, which redirects them to the page with documentation. Here you can see all published documentation categories and documentation sections. In the top right corner of the sys tray, click Edit and go to the tab Customize. There you can click on the slider buttons to change the page's look. The customization options are Cover Image, Preview Text, Introduction, and Search Bar. Turn on the introduction to add an introductory block above the documentation. In this block, you can write some information about the page, so the visitors could understand what is it for. Turn on the search bar for documentation. With the help of the search bar, you can search documentation sections by the matches in the title. The found documentation sections are shown together with their category. If there are no matches found, you see the alert, No documentation found. You can click Edit to change the alert text and customize it. To reset the search, click on the cross on the right side of the search bar. Turn on the documentation preview text to show the text on the document sections card. You can add the preview text in two ways. In the backend, as you create or edit a documentation section in the tab Settings, or in the frontend by clicking on the Edit button in the top right corner and clicking on a documentation section at the place where the preview text should be. Turn on the cover image to see pictures on the documentation sections card. You can add pictures in two ways. In the backend, as you create or edit a documentation section by clicking on the pen icon in the photo section, or in the frontend by clicking on the Edit button in the top right corner and clicking twice above the title on a documentation section card. There are various types of cover images that you can add to a documentation section. It can be JPEG, PNG, and even GIF. Click on any documentation section on a website to open it. In the top right corner of the sys tray, click Edit and open the tab Customize. Here are the available customization options. Adding introduction and footer allows you to add some building blocks before the documentation section and after it. You can add as many building blocks as you want and edit them the same way you edit the documentation sections. Don't add blocks with pictures apart from background in the introduction or footer of a documentation section, as it might affect the location of search bar and table of contents. Add navigation, that is the table of contents, to move between documentation sections articles conveniently. As you scroll down the page, the navigation panel follows you and marks bold the content that you are at. To hide the navigation panel, click on the icon above it. Click again to show it. The table of contents consists of various header levels. The article's title is marked as header 1. To see other header levels in the navigation panel, click on the arrow icon that appears near contents that have other header levels. It's up to you to decide how many header levels do you want to see in the navigation panel. To set the number of shown headers, in the backend, start creating or editing a documentation section. In the tab Settings, in the line header level for navigation, put a number from 0 to 6. To assign a header level to a title or subtitle, choose the text line, open the tab Customize, assign a header level and click Save. Here is the result. Another customization option is a search bar. As you turn on the search bar, 4 other options that you can turn on/off appear. Those are mobile navigation, search bar printing, search bar search, and search bar versioning. The search bar search helps to conveniently search through a documentation section. There are 3 search options. Default search, case insensitive, searches both in the documentation section's body and headers. The next one is case-sensitive search, minds the letter case. For example, the capital letter A doesn't equal the small letter a. And search in headers only in lines with applied header level style. As you apply search parameters, all matches will be counted and you can browse through them using the back and forth arrow icons in the search form. The search form will follow you as you look through the matching results. Click on the cross icon to reset the search. You can also turn on/off the mobile navigation if the search bar option is enabled. If turned on, then in the mobile version of the documentation, in the search bar, there is a button to call the table of contents. The articles in the list are presented as clickable titles, so as the user clicks on a title, the table of content gets hidden and the user is moved closer to the related article of the documentation. To be able to print the documentation with all the included articles, turn on the option Search Bar Printing. After that, the button Save as PDF will appear on the left side of the search bar. Click on it to start downloading. Keep in mind that the website styles may not be parsed correctly for printing, so for the best printing layout, it's better to use the backend styles. Apply versioning for documentation to avoid double work in preparing specifications, user manuals, or software guidelines. As you create a documentation section, you will be able to choose the versions to which it might refer to, and state the versions for each article. For example, the whole documentation sections might be applicable to version 14 and version 15, and some articles only to version 15. To be able to switch between versions, first of all you need to turn on the feature. From the KnowSystem app, go to Configuration, scroll down to the section Documentation Builder, and tick the box Versioning. To create a new version, go to Documentation, Documentation Versioning. Click New and write the title. Documentation may look differently depending on the version. Apply versions to a documentation section. For that, start creating or editing a section, and in the field Versions, choose Available Ones, or create a new one, and click Save. Click on an article and choose one or several versions. You can choose only among those versions which you apply to the documentation section of the article. If you don't assign any version to the article, it will be considered global and will be shown regardless of the chosen option. You can switch between the documentation section's versions as you click on the version title in the left top corner. After that, the list of articles will change and you will see only the ones that are assigned to the version you chose. The app lets flexibly share documentation categories and sections. Public users can see only published documentation categories and sections. Portal users have the same access rights as public users, but you can also grant extra rights for particular partners. Assign KnowSystem tags for documentation sections to grant access for chosen Odoo partners. To publish a documentation category, go to Documentation, Documentation Categories, open any category, and click Publish or Unpublish in the top right corner of the Categories form. To publish or unpublish a documentation section, just open any section and click Publish or Unpublish in the top right corner of the Sections form. In order for documentation to be visible on the website, both the documentation section and its category should be published. You can assign a tag to a documentation section in the tab Settings, in the field Tags. Depending on the user rights, documentation section might look differently. Define what to do if a user doesn't have access to included articles, to neglect restrictions, not to show the knowledge pieces amid them, or to show a security warning. To choose the security action for an article in documentation section, go to Documentation Sections, start editing or creating a documentation section, click on an article, choose the security action. To choose a security action for all included to documentation section articles, in the single view interface, start choosing articles by ticking the box in the top right corner. In the right navigation panel, choose the section Add to Documentation. Choose the documentation section or start typing a new title to create a new one. Choose a security action that will be applied to all selected articles. To choose default security action for all articles and all documentations, go to Configuration, find the section Documentation Builder. In the field Default Security Action, choose the action. Click Save. I have applied different security actions to the articles in the documentation FAQ, and here's the result. The module KnowSystem allows creating learning tours, which combine all articles that a person needs in order to reach something. For example, you can organize a tour for newcomers, so they could learn all the nuances of working in your company. Start creating a tour through a single view interface by clicking on the button Add, or by going to Configuration Tours and clicking New. In the single view interface, choose all the articles that you need by ticking the box in the top right corner of an article. In the left navigation panel, choose the section Add to Tour. Don't forget to add it to the left navigation panel first. Choose an existing tour and click Save. As you open the tour in the editing mode, click Add a line to add some more articles to your tour. Choose an article and click Save and New to add one more, or Save and Close if you have already added the ones you need. Click on the tab Restrict Access to choose groups of users that will have the access to the tour. If you leave the field empty, all internal users would see the tour. Click on the tab Description to add some words about the tour. The page with this description will be the first one your users see as they open the tour. Drag and drop to change the sequence of the articles, and press the bin on the right side of an article to delete it from this tour. You can always edit your tours either by clicking on them with the right side of the mouse or by going to Configuration Tours. In the editing mode, you can also see the user's progress. Just click on the tab User's Progress. Here you can also invite separate users to complete the tour by clicking Add a line and choosing a user. To start a learning tour, open a tour from the KnowSystem app, click Start a Tour, move through the articles. When you return to the previous article, you do not lose your progress. You can close a tour and continue it later. Then you will start from the same place where you stopped. At the end of a tour, you see a configuration alert. Good job, the tour is over. If a user doesn't have access rights to one or several articles in the tour, then he or she will not see those articles in the tour. Thus, the same tour may look differently for different users. Access to articles is managed in a different way for different types of users. There are three types of users: internal user, portal user, and public user. By default, all articles are available to any internal user, if you don't restrict access only to particular user groups. Access for internal users is defined on two levels: per section and per article. In order to be able to read an article, a user should have both access to an article and its section. To manage user groups for an article, open it and go to the tab Access Rights. Specify the user groups that should be able to read the article in the field Read Access Group. Specify the user groups that should be able to manage the article in the field Update Access Group. If the user groups are not defined, an article is considered global, and each internal user may read it if he or she has access to its section. Odoo user always may access an article if he or she is an author of that article, disregarding of further restrictions. Rights to administrate the Odoo Knowledge Management System belongs to two user roles: KnowSystem Editor and KnowSystem Administrator. If you want a user to be able to create articles, he or she should belong to one of those groups. Different users may see different sets of navigation menus: sections, text types, and tours. KnowSystem considers user groups that are defined per section. If the user groups are not defined, a section is considered global, and each internal user may read articles in it. Rights for knowledge section are defined not only according to this section, but also according to all its parents. For example, if a user can't access guidelines, he or she will not be able to access guidelines migration, disregarding whether the subsection migration is available for his or her user group. Now let's talk about public users' access. Public users would see only those KnowSystem objects which are published and available for a website they are visiting. An article would be available for a public user if its section and itself are published. To publish an article, choose one or several articles and choose Publish in Mass Actions and Right Navigation panel of the interface. Open an article, go to the tab Website, and tick the option Visible on Current Website. You can share the link to an article with any user neglecting the access rights. For that, go to the Discussion tab and click the button Share with Token. The link with a special token will be generated. Copy the link and send it to a user. Anyone with the link will be able to see the article even if it's not published. Portal users have the same access rights as public users, but you can also grant extra rights to particular partners. To that goal, knowledge tags are used. You can assign those tags in two ways. Start creating or editing a tag, choose particular contacts in the field Allowed Partners in the tab Website and Portal, Or open contacts, find a particular user, and in the field KnowSystem tags, choose the tag. Thus, a portal user would have access to all published articles and all articles which have partner-related tags. If you already have articles in some other knowledge systems, you can add them to KnowSystem. Use the import tool above the articles view to import an electronic table with such articles. Take into account that the body of an article should be pure HTML. To import your articles to KnowSystem, click Favorites at the top of the page above Articles list. Choose Import Records, click Upload File and choose a file with articles. Choose the columns for import, then click Import. Upon finishing, you will see a message stating that a certain number of records is imported. If you create articles in KnowSystem and want to move to some other app or just to have an extra file with articles for extra security, use the My Sections button Export. It will generate a table which might be also used for import. You can choose various fields for export and save files in XLSX or CSV format. To export articles, make sure that the My Section Export is turned on in the configurations of the module. Choose the articles for export by ticking the box in the article's right top corner or by clicking the Select All Found button. Click the My Section Export in the right navigation panel. Tick the box I want to update data if you want the file to be import compatible. Choose the article's fields for export and click Export. Here is the result. The next add-on is KnowSystem Custom Fields. It allows you to add custom fields to articles. The add-on also requires the core module, Custom Fields Core. With the help of the add-on, you can place your custom fields in the Backend articles form. Before creating a custom field, we need to create one or several articles types to distinguish knowledge articles, in order to show properties only for suitable ones. Thus, set of attributes for user guidelines and technical specifications might be different. Let's create a custom fields type. For that, go to Configurations, Types, click New, introduce the title, and optionally choose a parent tag, show the tag on the website, and add a description. And now it's the high time to create a custom field. For that, go to Configuration, Custom Article Fields, click New, introduce the title, the type of the field, and the related custom fields types. The tool lets you comfortably select an interface position of a custom field from a closed list of options. Let's place our custom field to the left column. Mark a custom field required to force users to enter values. In this case, a user will not be able to save an article if the field is left empty. For that, tick the box required to enter a value. And here how it looks like. If we don't fill in the field by choosing a file, we can't save an article, as we tick the box required to enter a value. The right to create custom fields belong only to KnowSystem administrators. You can also show your custom fields on the website. For that, the add-on KnowSystem Custom Fields for Website and Portal is required. To set a custom field, go to Configuration, Custom Fields, and click New. The available field types for your website articles are the same as in the backend. To make a custom field visible on the website, choose its portal page placement at the end, left column or right column. You can also leave the field empty if you want to show a custom field only in the backend. And here how it looks like. KnowSystem e-commerce is a KnowSystem add-on that allows adding the product FAQ or documentation entry to all e-commerce product pages. The add-on also requires the extension KnowSystem website and portal. In case you have an e-shop, it might be a good idea to show articles with the answers to frequently asked questions, so the clients could get the information that they need without contacting the company. With the help of the add-on, you can add a link button to the products page. The button either redirects the clients to the related articles on the KnowSystem page or shows the list of articles in a pop-up accordion. The button is added on the products page to the right side below the description. The text of the button may be customized. For that, it's also possible to use simple HTML tags. Just write the text in the field FAQ button text. By default, the button's title is Frequently Asked Questions. If you work in a multi-language environment, you can also add the translation to the button's text. So when a user opens the website in a different language, he or she would see the button's name in that language if it's supported. The set of articles can be configured on 3 levels: per website, per separate product, and per product attributes. To add articles to a particular website, choose some sections, text, or article in the section Global FAQ on the KnowSystem configuration page. This way, any product on the website will contain those articles. In case some sections or tags are chosen, the articles from their children will also be shown in the FAQ. Global FAQ is particularly useful if you have some articles that relate to all of the products. For example, you can add the company policy, delivery information, and purchase refund instructions to the global FAQ. You can also add certain sections, tags, and articles to the separate product templates. This way, certain articles will be shown only if you click on the FAQ button from that product's page. You can also select the articles that will be shown only if a particular product's value is selected. For that, in the field Applied only if the product has all the values, choose the product's value or values. This way you create a rule to show the chosen inline articles only if this value is applied. It's possible to add several rules, that is, several groups of sections, tags, or articles. As a result, all articles found according to any of the rules will be shown on the page of this particular product. The user must first select the correct value on the page of the online store. For example, there are some important peculiarities of coloring the steel desk black. So we created another line and chose 2 values, black and steel. So the article will be seen only if both values will be selected. All items found by any criteria, as well as the items found by the global criteria, would be linked to the template. For a specific product, the FAQ button can be hidden from the store. For that, tick the box to not show e-commerce FAQ from the tab KnowSystem on the product cart. To fully hide the FAQ button, choose the option Do Not Show as the FAQ view on the configuration page. You can define its own sections, tags, and articles for a specific attribute. For example, show additional articles for all products with the attribute color. It is possible to add several rules, that is, several groups of sections, tags, and articles. As a result, on the page of each product from which you can select this attribute, all articles found by any of the rules will be displayed. Attribute rules can be limited by the selected value on the product page. That is, the user must first select these values on the product page in order for the FAQs to be recalculated. For example, we have an attribute value black for which an article black paint peculiarities is required. To add its own section, tag, and articles to the attribute value, as you add FAQ rules to the attribute, in the field Applied only if the product has all the values, choose the product's values. The chosen and-align articles will be shown only if this value is applied. This way, in order to generate FAQ for a particular product, the module will take into consideration the sections, tags, and articles from 3 levels. Different users may see different sets of articles in the FAQ. Articles are shown only if a user can access those articles. Thus, in order to make articles available for website users, it's necessary to publish them. There is one more add-on available for KnowSystem. That is KnowSystem Multi-Languages. It lets you translate articles into installed in Odoo languages. In such a way, users might read and edit articles in a language from their preferences. The language switch sign is added to such fields as title and preview text as you edit an article, sections, tags, types, and source titles. In order to see the fields translated, you need to switch to the preferred language. Click on the language icon to manually translate the field to another language. To update knowledge body translation, you should choose the required language in the tab Content, and then click the button Edit. Then introduce changes the same way as when you just edit an article. All changes performed with an article will be applied to the version only in the currently chosen language. The article in the other languages will not be changed. Multi-language regime implies that all articles should be kept updated in all Odoo languages. Let's change the preferred language of the user to see the result. And as you see, the title and body in German are shown. Article content also might be copied from another language. To copy the content of an article of one language to the article in another language, open an article, choose the language, and click Edit. Click Copy Translation, and in the pop-up window choose the language. Click Save and Close. After that, the body of the currently edited language will be replaced by the article in the selected language. Keep in mind that the revisions of translated articles are kept separately, depending on the article's language. You can't switch between revisions of the same article in different languages and, for example, restore a revision of an article in French to the article in German. I hope this video will be useful for you. Feel free to contact us to try the module in the demo instance. See you in the next videos.